Welcome to another Messianic Moments. Today I want to talk about Passover. Passover is one of the three Olei Regalim, or pilgrim feasts, when all men were required to present themselves in person in Jerusalem to celebrate the feast. It refers to the day when the angel of death passed over the houses of the Israelites who had been identified by the smeared lamb's blood on the doorpost and lintels of their homes while it smote the firstborn of the Egyptians. Passover is sometimes called Zaman Hirutenu, the season of our freedom, which marks the emergence of the nation of Israel, as well as the emancipation of the Israelites from Pharaoh, a reminder that God alone can set man free. Passover celebrates deliverance from Egypt in biblical times and from death to life in the time of Yeshua, because he paid the price. He covered our sin by taking it upon himself so we could live. Passover is immediately followed by Hag HaMatzot, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Leviticus 23 says, these are the appointed feasts of Adonai. You see, it doesn't say they're the Jewish holidays. They're his feasts. Holy convocations, which you were to proclaim in their appointed season. During the first month, on the 14th day of the month in the evening, is Adonai's Passover. Note whose Passover it is. On the 15th day of the same month is the feast of Matzot to Adonai. For 7 days you are to eat matzah. On the first day you are to have a holy convocation. You should do no regular work. Instead, you are to present an offering made by fire to Adonai for 7 days. On the 7th day is a holy convocation, when you are to do no regular work. The story of Passover is told during a meal called the Seder. Seder means order of service. During this meal, a Haggadah, or prayer book of the Seder, is read from, recounting the Exodus from Egypt. There is a tray which contains 6 compartments which hold the symbolic Passover foods. The first is maror, or bitter herbs, usually horseradish, which is a reminder of slavery and bitter times. Next is haroseth, a combination of fruit and nuts and honey and wine, which is a reminder of the mortar that the Israelites made as slaves of Pharaoh. Next comes zeroah, a roasted lamb shank bone, which is symbolic of the Paschal lamb. Next is beitzah, a roasted egg, which serves as a reminder of the holiday offering. Then comes karpas, usually parsley, which represents springtime or rebirth. And last but not least, at some seders, is a second herb more bitter than karpas, usually radish, which represents captivity. Passover is used as a teaching time for the children, who are included in the merriment by participating in the Seder, and who ask the 4 questions, Ma nishtana halayla hazeh sevakol haleilot, which when answered, tell why this night is different from all other nights. From a Messianic standpoint, Passover is a feast without equal. It's also a picture of the death and resurrection of Messiah. It helps us to understand, and it also foretells of the atoning death of Yeshua, the Lamb of God, whose blood passed us from death into life, just as the blood on the Israelites' doorposts protected them and passed them from death into life. Yeshua's death at Passover as our Paschal Lamb was no coincidence. Matzah, the unleavened bread, is perforated before it's baked. These perforations allow the air to escape, retarding fermentation. During the Seder, 3 pieces of Passover matzah are placed in a linen cover. The middle piece, called the afikomen, which is Greek for that which comes after, or dessert, is broken in half, wrapped in a linen cloth, and hidden to be bought back, to be redeemed later on in the Seder. The afikomen is the last of the foods eaten at the Seder. There is much symbolism in the matzah. Matzah is representative of being without sin, leaven. Yeshua was without sin. Matzah is striped. Yeshua was wounded with the stripes of a whip. Matzah is pierced. Yeshua was pierced in the side. Matzah, the afikomen, is wrapped in linen cloth. Yeshua was wrapped in linen. Matzah is hidden for a short time. Yeshua was buried for a short time in a borrowed cave. Matzah is found amidst great rejoicing and is bought back for a price. After Yeshua's resurrection, there was great rejoicing. You see, he bought us back. He redeemed us for a price. The Last Supper was a Passover Seder. The elements of communion, the matzah and the wine, the third Passover cup, the cup of redemption, were symbolic of Messiah's broken body and shed blood. I urge you to celebrate Passover this year. Why not join Beth Yeshua for our community Seder? Please go to our website for more details. God bless you all. Shalom, shalom. Until next time, this has been another Messianic Moment.
And some glad morning I'll take flight to the house of the risen sun. House of the risen